This is a fascinating car. How many Pegasos were even built to begin with?
They built 41 Pegasos. Actually, they built 41, but then they claimed more. And it's been said that every time the Pegaso went in for service, they added 42 Pegasos. You took it back in again, it was 43 Pegasos. So it's somewhere between 41 and maybe less than 100.
Okay.
They built 3 of this car. The bodies to Pegasos were built in either Spain, Italy, or France. In France, Sauchek built the bodies. Of this particular model, they built 2 coupes and 1 Spider.
So this is it?
This is it.
This is one of one. Wow. Wow. Now, their engineering.
Everything on this car was built in Spain with the exception of the carburetor, which is a Weber. Everything else is engineered, built, and a product of Spain.
This had to be a very expensive car for its day.
The most expensive car in 1954, $20,000.
Serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, did they charge more or less for the convertible back then?
That I can't tell you. But this was the mildest engine setup. They either came with 4 2-barrels, 2 4-barrels, or a blower, or 1 2-barrel, which is what this is. And then there's a book that tells you what it was born as, and this is the original to this car.
Wow.
But it's 4 overhead cams. These cars are very, very fast. Inboard brakes, transaxle, and it's very sophisticated underneath. Very difficult to restore. Parts are hard to find.
Oh.
But it's worth every nickel.
Well, now, did you get the car in this condition, or did you have to?
Exactly where I bought it. It's an original car. We found it in Barcelona, and I had it flown in. Once I found it, I just had it flown in, and I've had it about 3 years.
This car lived most of its life in Spain then?
Yes.
Or?
Oh. Yeah. It was in a museum in Spain.
Really? Well, that's the fun stuff of trying to track down these kind of cars.
This to me is like the California Spider equivalent because it's and much rarer. Those California Spiders they built, there's quite a few of them out there.
Oh, exactly, and it's certainly it doesn't get much rarer than one of one, does it?
All alloy, every bit of it, so it can't weigh too much, and numbers matching.
Wow.
Just a fun car.
Have you taken this on any sort of driving events?
This is its first tour out of the garage.
Wow.
I've had the car and I've enjoyed it and I like looking at it and having it, and I decided now it's time to start getting it out. So we'll graduate from here.
Wow, that's fantastic because, the people have got, there's a lot of great cars here, but the people have got to love to see this.
I'm glad you're getting to see it.
Yeah, me too. Now, were they all right-hand drive?
No. In fact, this is the first Pegaso that I've seen right-hand drive. And a lot of people will ask me, is that the nomenclature of Spain? Well, it's not that this car necessarily went to Spain new. Somebody ordered this car, went to apparently some destination that right-hand drive was the
sure
described. But it makes no difference to me because as I basically would use this car as a tour car, it's right-hand drive, it's left-hand drive.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's immaterial. It's been saved for posterity. It is
right.
That's what we got to count ourselves lucky that it's still here.
This car wants to just be preserved. We're fortunate to have found it, and we're going to do what we can to keep it at its best. I want to restore this car because I don't want to lose the originality of it. It's so original.
Well,
these cars would outrun Ferraris dramatically.
Dramatically?
Yes. There was one on the Colorado Grand 2 years ago, and there wasn't a Ferrari there that could run with it. And it was just so fast. And they built these to race. It's really a racing engine, but they would break. They would lead a race, and then somewhere down the line, something would break. They're very sort of like maybe a little on the fragile side.
Yeah.
But when they're running right, there's nothing like them.